Today we're going to have a look at a newcomer in the realm of entry-level microphones. I hope that by the time that you finish watching this video, you can make an informed decision as to whether or not this microphone is the right one for you. Does the I-XTECH USB XLR microphone have what it takes to be the rookie of the year? Let's go ahead and find out. Welcome to Creators Tech. I'm LL Mel, and today we're going to go ahead and look at the I-XTECH USB XLR microphone. A special thank you to I-XTECH for sending out this microphone for an honest review. With an entry-level price of $89, this I-XTECH microphone promises to be the one that a lot of entry-level podcasters and streamers alike will be using. Let's go ahead and see what's inside the box. Inside the box, you get the mic bracket, the user manual, a USB cable, an XLR cable, the mic windscreen, and the microphone itself. The physical features of this microphone include a USB-C output, an XLR output, a 3.5mm headphone output, a touch capacitive mute button, and touch capacitive plus and minus buttons. It has a metal body and a built-in windscreen. On the side, it has a knob that can function for loosening or tightening the microphone. For the sake of brevity, here's a brief view of the specs and frequency response chart. Now we're going to put this mic through its paces and run it through some microphone tests. You are currently listening to the I-XTECH microphone in USB mode. This is the handling noise of this microphone. This is the proximity effect of this microphone. You're currently listening to this microphone at a distance of about 6 inches. You are currently listening to this microphone at a distance of about 1 foot. You are currently listening to this microphone at a distance of about 3 feet. We are now going to listen to the off-axis rejection of this microphone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are now going to listen to the keyboard and mouse noise rejection test on this microphone. I am now typing on the keyboard and clicking on the mouse. I am now typing on the keyboard and clicking on the mouse. I am now typing on the keyboard and clicking on the mouse. Now let's do a sibilance test. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Sally sells seashells by the seafloor. Now we're going to run a plosive test on this microphone. Peter Parker packed a pack of alpacas. Peter Parker packed a pack of alpacas who were beatboxing. You have been listening to the I-XTECH microphone in USB mode. You have been listening to the I-XTECH microphone in USB mode. Wow. What a microphone. What a first attempt by I-XTECH at bringing us something that is going to bring us a great sound at a good value. First and foremost, once again, thank you to I-XTECH for being brave enough and bold enough to send this microphone for an honest review. I'm going to go ahead and begin with the build of it. For a price point of an MSRP of $89, you do get a lot for what you pay for. First and foremost, the body of this microphone is metallic. It has touch capacitive buttons, which depending on your personal preference can be either a pro or a con. More on that in just a second. And the rest of it, as far as the design goes, I think it looks very nice, very sleek. It has a pretty basic shape, which is just a big rectangle shape, but that works really nice, especially when you want all of the attention to be on your subject and not on your equipment. It kind of blends in really well, and there's not much else I could ask for from a microphone except for it to kind of stay out of the way and let me do my job. Now, about those touch capacitive buttons. A lot of people will be fans of those. However, personally, I feel like if I'm looking for adjustments on the fly and speed is of the essence, then this might not be the best option for you because you don't have physical tactileness to handling this microphone. It's all done in body digitally to where you can go ahead and just touch the button plus or minus for the volume up, for the volume down, for your gain up or your gain down. You push the mic mute button and hold it down so you can change the setting from the gain or from the volume. So you just hold it down for about 2 or 3 seconds and it'll change the setting so that the plus and minus go ahead and increase or decrease the volume or the gain depending on what the setting is set to. However, if you prefer tactileness and speed, then this might not be the one for you. As far as the mute button, it functions pretty nicely. Personally, I would prefer it to be a little bit more sensitive to the touch. And you're about to hear right now what that is like if I tap on it too fast. So as you can see there, it's fast enough once you find the sweet spot for it. However, initially it could require 1 or 2 attempts for you to get it just right. At least for me, you guys might be a little bit more skilled when it comes to touch capacitive buttons. However, in my personal preference, I wish I had a little bit more of a tactile feel to it. Maybe a little bump or a ridge, something that will help me identify where exactly I'm supposed to be pressing, especially on the fly without having to go ahead and kind of look over the microphone to see if I'm pressing in the right spot. So now that we've looked at some of the physical traits of this microphone, one thing that I do want to go ahead and remind you is that this is also an XLR microphone as well. So it does bring a lot of value to you whether you're going to be using this in XLR mode or in USB mode. It's quite flexible when it comes to that. And in my opinion, this sounds fantastic. This microphone has quite a nice rounded out and fullness feel to the voice. The bass in your voice, it does have that boosted, so it brings that presence to your voice. The mids are pretty flat for the most part, so you get clarity in the mids, and the highs are a little bit boosted as well, so you get that nice almost radio quality, if you will, when it comes to the spoken word in this microphone, which is the type of use that I would recommend it for. If you're a person doing voiceovers, or if you're a person that's just simply doing a podcast or a gaming stream or a talking head video, such as this one where you're just going to be speaking into the microphone, then this is, in my opinion, very adequate for that. It has a good presence, at least for my voice type, and it has plenty of clarity. Now, one of the things that, depending on your voice type, you might like or might not like is those high ends. It might be a little bit too shrill for some people when you reach those certain notes while you're speaking. So it might be a little bit too ear fatiguing to your audience, just depending on what your voice type is. Personally speaking, I really, really like the sound quality that you get from this microphone. And I think that you, as the viewer, as you're watching and listening to this, you can hear that as well. It's pretty well represented throughout the whole spectrum of kilohertz that it's picking up. So it does pick up quite a bit of nuance to your voice as you're speaking into this microphone. One of my favorite features about this microphone is its real-time audio monitoring. While this feature is not exclusive to this microphone alone, it does execute on it better than most microphones at this price point. It does not have its own audio monitoring volume levels. However, by default, what it does have is something that is more than adequate. It is loud and clear, and, as far as I can tell, with zero delay. It's a very flexible microphone, and it's very surprising because, as far as I understand, this is I-XTECH's first foray into the microphone world. And I have to say that although it does have a few things, a few quirks with it that I mentioned already, it does have a lot going for it where it counts. And that is in the sound quality. You do get a lot of quality out of the sound for what you pay for with this one. Sometimes we want to go a little bit higher in our microphones, but not break the bank. And this is definitely one of those microphones that, if some of the cons are not deal breakers for you, it does have a lot going for it. It's very nice. It's very sleek. It's definitely a like from me. I really enjoy my time with this microphone. I enjoy the way my voice sounds with this microphone, and I think that a lot of people out there will also enjoy what they have to hear out of this one. I hope that I have provided enough information to you so that you can make an educated opinion as to whether or not this is the right microphone for you. If you are thinking about making a purchase of this microphone or any of the equipment that I used during the production of this video, please go ahead and use one of our links in the description section. Our Amazon affiliate will give us a small commission that will help this channel continue going and growing. I'm LL Mel, and you are watching Creators Tech, technology for creators.